Hey Cow, are you sure you haven't seen my Helly Hansen rain jacket? I'm getting quite wet. Now I know this is not the perfect weather for our vacation. Just make sure you don't look up, then you won't get any water in your nose. It works for me. Hey Cow, I'm almost finished packing. How about you? I know there's something I'm meant to do, but I forgot what it is. Oh hey, you're here. You've made it. Hoorah! Now it's quite minx-like behavior for you to have snuck up on us. Just don't make it a habit. Anyways. Where were we? Oh yes. You were about to ask where is here. And where is here, you may ask? Good question. This is, of course, the MindGriller Server. I'm Gravity, and somewhere around here is Cow. I'll tell you that in a second. It's a little bit of a secret. And what have Cow and I been up to while you've been gone? That's also a good question. The most observant among you will have noticed that here I have 2 texts by David Foster Wallace. You might be pleased to hear that I've almost completed my side-by-side, word-for-word comparison. One essay is called Shipping Out from 1996, and the other is called A Supposedly Fun Thing I'll Never Do Again, also from 1996. So far, I found the text of the 2 essays are essentially the same in content, with no significant differences between them in terms of narrative or substance. Is that exciting? That's quite exciting. Now, we don't use words like geek or nerd around here, but if I did, I'd be geeking out right now. Anyways, today's a special day. Not every day is a holiday for Cow and I. I'm hoping before it gets light, Cow and I can set sail. Now, we're not going the way you might think. I will say we will be traveling in a boat though. Look here. This is my setup inspired directly by David Foster Wallace. And what the jumpin' Bahosaphat is it, you may ask? A slightly impertinent question. The most observant among you will have noticed that this area is riddled with minecart tracks. And Cow and I are gonna set sail together on a raft. And the raft is gonna be picked up by a minecart. And then we'll be on a luxurious cruise. Now you may argue that this is merely a form of manufactured pleasure, and I would counter-argue, not precisely in dulcet tones, that our cruise promises not just the possibility of enjoyment, but guarantees it, which makes it even more exciting. Now quite a bit of work has gone into preparing for this trip. I hope I haven't forgotten anything. Did I leave the oven on? Did I close the garage door? Kevin? Anyways. Now I've noticed Cow is not really excited about this trip. Hey Cow, we could have our muster drill right now. Are you ready? Okay, here it is. Don't jump out of the boat. That completes our mustard drill. As the ship leaves port, passengers throw flowers or confetti into the water, because nothing says I love a clean ocean like polluting the port when you leave. And finally, there's this ceremonial horn blast. And Cow, look here. I have a surprise. An actual goat horn. I think the bass on that loosened the waxy buildup in my ears. Now, Cow, our trip will... was that an ominous sign? Cow overboard! Someone throw a life buoy! And for those of you in backwards countries, a life buoy? Cow! Oh no! Oh, now Cow's gonna miss out on our cruise. I know he really likes ocean waves. And evacuating through a lifesaver into a bucket. I guess there'll be no Cow upchuck on this trip. Oh, that's sad. I'm gonna miss Cow. But it's not like I could just jump out and start over again. I would never. Anyways, where am I going and what is this redstone switch we just went over? Now I wonder what that does. Hey, look here. There is another factory building. Now the facade looks like it's in the style of an early industrial age factory. Now look below us on the starboard side. What is that? Maybe that's the answer to why there's so much lava production around here. Oh, hey, I think that's the lodge Cow and I slept in. What is this? It feels like a rogue wave. I'm quite sure that was a minecart elevator. I'm totally confused. Perhaps this spooky itinerary has something to do with Riven. Now, as the gamers among you may know, Riven is the sequel to Myst. It is a complex game which explores several interconnected themes, mainly the power of writing and knowledge, tyranny and oppression, cultural imperialism and resistance, environmental decay. What is this place? God, shiver me timbers, blimey, ahoy matey, look at this. Now, I didn't expect our itinerary to include a port of call that's a raid farm. Yeah, there's nothing but mobs in there that want to kill me. Now, this is not aligning with my dream of relaxing in an over-chlorinated pool with drunk retirees from one of the square states, whilst pretending to be interested in their iPhone photos of their granddaughter Rebecca Glasscock Jacobs' 4-H award-winning cow. Yes, and no. It's time to get out of here. Oh, look, a button. Click. Now that was quite terrifying. I'm quite sure that I saw more than one of those mobs doing the WAP dance. I'm confident none of us needs to find out what that stands for, but I will note that it was choreographed by Brian Esperon. It features suggestive movements including high kick splits and twerking. And if you've been on TikTok, which I promise you I haven't and never will, I'm told you will find countless users, including celebrities, sharing their own versions of this, let's call it suggestive dance. And special thanks to that zombie for his illustrative participation. Anyways. Now the most observant among you may find this spookily familiar. I believe this tunnel leads to, hey, look here, the original we're going through the factory. Now this appears to be an undocumented portion of our itinerary. I wonder if Cal caught a whiff of our sunscreen lotion as we whizzed past the factory. I must remember to visit one of the many gift shops aboard this cruise. The over-commercialization of cruising notwithstanding, I feel the need to buy Cal some branded merchandise and souvenirs. Perhaps he will enjoy a branded model of this cruise ship, or branded fridge magnets, or branded shot glasses, branded jewelry, branded Christmas ornaments, supposedly local crafts, which are ironically branded, and of course branded playing cards, because everyone is dying to enjoy a casino they can smoke in on a cruise ship. The cruise industry, the gambling industry, and the tobacco industry each desire to create an experience that passengers will want to repeat. They also are engaged in the marketing of idealized experiences, and perhaps most unexpectedly, cognitive dissonance relating to the enjoyment of various facets of these manufactured experiences despite knowing their harmful effects. Now that tangent seemed to deliver a brief respite from real-life concerns, like where am I? Now, whilst I'm here, I would like to trade with some villagers to replenish my supply of golden carrots. And the cleverest among you will know it's not possible to do this at nighttime. So first things first, I need a place to set my spawn and sleep through the night. Oops, it's not like me to barge in like I own the place. Hey, look here, this is a clue that this part of the world is quite old. Now you can't go by me, but I don't think jack-o'-lanterns spawn in the wild like this anymore. Now perhaps this one is unoccupied. Look here. Now I'm not really into this color of blue bed linens, but beggars can't be choosers. Oh, they can, but I suppose it's not polite to be so. Yeah, that is quite a garish blue, isn't it? Now if no one's lurking outside, good night, pleasant dreams, don't let the bedbugs bite. Well, hey, good morning. Do you ever have dreams that you can't remember? I have them all the time. I don't know why that is. Even when I was young, I didn't remember my dreams. Now, while you were gone, I did some trading with this villager. There are certain green-eyed mobs that can really try my patience. Just saying. Now, the most observant among you will have noticed I've already replenished my carrots. So that means it's time to get the beef jerky out of Texas. Not that I would find myself there in the first place, and that I have heard from reliable sources that visitors such as I, who have tread 1/10 meter outside of Austin, are summarily hit over the head with a brick. I believe that is colloquially known as the Lone Star Bon Voyage. Now I have a sinking suspicion if I can get back into the boat, it will embark and then take me back to the old factory. Oh, Cow, I miss him. Let me see, the terminal is in one of these buildings, but I'm not quite sure what. Oh, look up there. It must be right here. I hope I have my passport with me. All right, it's time for the muster drill. I do hereby swear or affirm that I will not jump off the boat. We need to build up a little speed, and whoosh! Into the water we go! Wow! I hit my head. Now, look here! The most curious among you may not be surprised to learn that there are quite a number of activities to partake in whilst on board. Shuffleboard comes to mind, and wearing a tux at a formal dinner, snorkeling, hypnotist show, skeet shooting, conga line dancing. For those of you who love a Volvo, there's whale watching, a frenetic game of bingo, poolside activities and gym workouts, the abject cruelty of betting on dock runners, watching YouTube alone in your stateroom. Of course, there is an abundance of food and multiple dining options on board. Now, the most retentive among you will remember at the beginning of this episode, I was reading a supposedly fun thing I'll never do again by David Foster Wallace. In it, he describes how every aspect of cruising is meticulously designed to provide pleasure and entertainment, from endless buffets to carefully scheduled activities. It may sound a little bit like he's talking about Minecraft, when he points out aspects of engineered pleasure, removal from reality, passive consumption, illusion of perfection, and commodification of experiences. Look here, we're back at the factory. And Otani is back there again. I think I've stumbled upon a moss farm. Normally I'd be worried about dodging pickoff throws, but I believe he's still on the disabled list. I'm feeling quite anxious to find out how much Cow missed me. I imagine his separation anxiety is at Spinal Tap 11. And just between you, me, the FBI, and the CIA, I am secretly curious about whether Cow didn't want to go on the trip at all. Cow, you're still here. We meet again. Hurrah! Cow, will you accept my sincerest apologies that you didn't make it on our cruise? I know you really did want to go. Wink, wink. Now, Cow, I would love to share with you the highlights of my trip, but my Viewmaster disc player seems to have gone missing. With that being said, and with Cow's separation anxiety sometimes stronger than at other times, and with the clarity that Cow's emotional responses can vary significantly, unfortunately, it's time to say our goodbyes. Goodbye, so long, see you later, bon voyage, hasta la vista, baby, totsins, totso.